And I want to welcome everybody. It's nice to see you again. I know that there's other people coming. Everybody here has met each other. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And how's everything going in your side of the world? Anybody got anything they want to share before we get started?
No.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Hey, Jerry, how are you doing?
Hi, Jer.
Hey, Gary. Maybe we'll wait just a little bit longer because if I share my screen before everybody's in here, let's give a couple more people opportunity to get in. And Gary, I want to thank you very much for the input you gave me back on my letter. It helped me with Hannelore, especially because Hannelore thought I was singling her out, and I really wasn't. Hi, David. And my wording in that letter was really bad. We're going to do some structure tonight, so that's going to be better for all of us. When I sent out the email to each of you, it was personal and only to you. Some of the wording was the same, but I asked for input back, and I got a lot of good input back. Gary, hey, Jerry, you're back. Gary had mentioned that last week we kind of got off course a little bit, and so tonight we're going to try to stay on course so we get the most out of this. There's Rhonda. I'm almost afraid to go to share screen. Somebody's going to come in. I'm going to miss them. Hi, Rhonda. Rhonda?
Hello.
Oh, good. You hear us. So
Yes, I had an audio on.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. We're already recording. And I wanted to tell you, Rhonda, because I had forgotten to tell you last week, but I shut our room down before the challenge started. Remember we talked about that? But I had never brought it back up and confirmed one way or the other. But we've been shut down since before the challenge started.
Good deal.
Yeah, so can y'all see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's go over the week and what we learned and see if anybody learned something special that they want to share. The weeks there we go. That we had several subjects that we covered in our challenge this week. I like the hangry, grumpy, hungry guy. That was that definitely described me on the occasion. But the binge eating versus the cravings, about using the 9-inch plate, the dining out, breaking bad habits, building good habits. I know that Don had talked about 21 days to make a good habit. So to break a habit and make a new habit. Anybody have anything they want to say about this, that they learned anything from this week?
Well, I can speak from some of my family members about when a person gets over hungry, they get anxious, they're easily upset. So I think if everybody stayed focused with having a bite every 3 hours or so, and
What are you doing?
prior to eating, have a glass of water, which I've been drinking quite a bit, and that seems to take the edge off of my meal.
And they say water is really good for that. I noticed somebody asked about how they could drink more water, Gary, and you told them about the infusers, which was really good. Gary drinks all clean water. He and Barbara really enjoy their clean water, which is your best choice if you can tolerate it. Me, I have the same problem. Whoever that was that wrote about the water of drinking it. If I have clean water, it sits there. If I put me some flavor infusers in there, then I drink it, and I drink more water than I need to. My flavor infusers of choice is the Propel and the white grape peach. Saw Rhonda commented on the white grape peach today.
Did you read that?
Yeah, you did a stop challenge choose, and instead
I
of
did.
wine, you did grape peach.
I had to go through some of those tonight.
And now we're going to go into the the website for a few minutes. Jerry, you want to help me out with this?
Sure, be glad to.
So the first thing I'm going to go over with you guys is about weighing in while the challenge is going on. If you go to your main wall, the challenge wall, and you go where it says weigh in right here, everyone can see that? Okay, so you enter. So this is Dick's, and he weighed 180.1. So you put it in there, and then you put submit. This will come back with the percent of weight you've lost and with what you have left to lose in the challenge. The reason to weigh is because they keep a running tally of how much weight has been lost up to this point. This is really slow to populate. It will eventually come up, and it's good that you see how long it takes, or you might get tired of it and think that you did something wrong.
Never came up on mine. There it is.
So there you go, successful weigh-in. You lost 3.6 pounds. It's 1.9% of your weight. Keep up the good work, but you have to maintain between 6% to 1%. And then you click OK. Now this number shows in total up here on the right-hand side. 31,365 pounds have been lost collectively in the whole challenge since we all started on the 12th. So it's important for you to weigh in, and it's important for you to weigh out. Last time, a lot of people didn't weigh out because they didn't think it mattered. They hadn't reached their goal. But it was really disappointing because this is a record that's being set, and they really want to have every pound that was lost. So whether you reach your goal or not, it would be really important to weigh out when that time comes. And Jerry, I'm going to let you go ahead and I'll follow your directions. He's going to talk about the other important information that's on our page here on the challenge wall.
Okay, well, Connie, down on the bottom right, you've got a yellow block with other important information. You know, not everybody reads everything that's on here.
Yeah.
But the first part, if you'll hit that real quick, you've got the challenge rules and how to win. And basically, you know, a lot of us don't know what's going on, other than what Connie says and so forth. So by flipping down through this, you can pretty much get an idea of what the rules are and how you're supposed to proceed to try to win back some of the money we all spent, you know, but also, you know, to try to do better, you know, for the team and for yourself personally. You want to go to the next one there, which is challenge instructional videos. Okay, one of the things that this gives us is the fact of how to do everything that we're just talked about in the last one. They have a video, and you just click on how to weigh in, Connie. You know, and then proceed forward. This one, of course, everybody's already done this. It's in the challenge where you took your picture with your feet on the scale and your little number and so forth. But as you go through this, it you know, it's basic, but for somebody that wasn't sure what they were supposed to do, this gives you the information. Click out of that. And then, you know, other things that are in here are how to earn points, you know, all the way down to how to cash out your credits and so forth and so on. And then how-to videos for challenge coaches. Everything about what's going on is pretty much in here in video form as well. If you go to the top 20 F and A's, next one. Basically, a lot of people, you know, have questions and so forth. And if you'll go through this, when you have a question, if you can't get hold of Connie or get hold of somebody else, you know, a lot of your answers will be right on here as far as what you're trying to find out, you know, about the program and about the challenge. Okay. Then the next one after that, Connie, is the healthy option shopping list.
Love that.
I thought this was interesting because not everybody that's in the challenge is on the 5 and 1 like a lot of us are. So consequently, you're trying to eat, you know, out of the grocery store, and this one is provided by MetaFast and Shape for Life to give us different things that we can eat that are basically better for us than a lot of the things that we're doing. And you've got produce and dairy and beverages and meat and condiments and grains and everything that is laid out there. So you can go through this and say, boy, should I eat this or not eat this? You know, something that you like or don't like. You can flip down through there and try to find what's good as far as, you know, the stuff that's on here. Go to the next one. Okay. And now 100 calorie fueling breaks. What's interesting about this is the fact that, like I said again, not everybody's on the program. Most of the MetaFast bars and the meal things that we have are basically about 100 calories. But a lot of times there's things where you just don't want one, or you want something different, you want something for a different taste. If you'll go down through this will give you different tastes and different, you know, things that you can eat that'll wind up giving you the 100 calories that you're looking for, you know, to try to stay on the program and try to maintain your weight or naturally lose the weight, you know, if we're going that direction. Next one on there is lean and green recipes. One of the things that a lot of people look for is, what can I eat? What can I do? You want to get that, please? Oh, sorry about that.
Call three. Call from call three.
One of the things about this, it gives you a lot of different tastes and a lot of different textures of things that you can eat that are good as far as weight loss, but also it's not just weight loss, but it's eating well. You know, it's eating good things. You have the ingredients, you have the spices, but you also have the directions on how to make what you're doing. And, you know, for some of us that are challenged a little bit on how we cook, that certainly helps as far as the things that you're seeing there. And then the next thing on the menu.
Oh, actually, we're going to the exercise.
Okay, that's what I'm looking on the menu there. Because I had it up on my thing here, but I've lost it. Now, the exercise, you know, a lot of us are going through every day and looking at the exercise that comes in on the challenge stuff that we have to do. But what I find interesting about this is everybody needs to move. Everybody needs to keep doing things during the day. And here they're using things right out of the kitchen cupboard. You don't have to go out and buy weights. You don't have to go out and do anything. You don't have to go to the gym. You don't have to do any of that stuff except using what you're doing itself for the exercise that you can go. And also up here at the top, you've got beginners, home exercises for male and female. But then if you're beyond that, you've got intermediate for male and female as well. So it gives you a couple of variations of different exercises and different things you can do, you know, to make yourself keep moving and get healthier. Next one is the 5-day meal plan. Now, a lot of people are not on the program, so this gives you the ability to plan your meal through the week. The other thing about this one is that if you go through the program, you have the weight loss portion, then you have transition over to real food, so to speak. And what this gives you is breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and so forth that is healthy and is within the guidelines of the Take Shape for Life program. The thing about these that is also good is the fact that what you're doing is planning your meals ahead. One of the things that I found when I lost all the weight that I did get up in the morning, and the first thing I did was put out all my food for the whole day was done. It was planned. So that at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, you're not screwing around trying to figure out what you're going to eat tonight that is going to be acceptable for your lean and green or for your what you're going to do if you're in transition. You know, it just keeps you from cheating, if you want to call it that, but it also makes it much, much easier to stay on the plan and stay on the program. And then at the bottom, once you're off the plan and onto transition or onto real food, so to speak, you have different calorie counts that you're going to need to maintain your weight. And what this does is gives you an idea of what you can eat, you know, for a 2,000 calorie or a 1,500 calorie or a 2,500 calorie day. It's all planned out for you to help you to stay on track and stay in the position where you're maintaining your weight and doing what you're supposed to do.
Very good. Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, thanks, Jerry.
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions on the team room or the team wall while we're here?
No.
Okay. So the one thing I would say is the team is right now in 4th place. We tend to be going back and forth between 3rd and 4th place. So keep up the good work.
Mhm.
Now let's move on. See what we have next. Oh, Sandy's Kitchen. Sandy's Kitchen is a place where you can get all kinds of recipes. There's lots of people who's on the program that has used Sandy's Kitchen. Carol, is that you?
No, Katie.
Katie, hi, Katie. You've used
Hey.
Sandy's Kitchen?
I love Sandy's Kitchen, but a lot of it isn't on program. It's like maintenance or the transition period, so I just gotta adjust some things when I do it.
Exactly. All right. Thank you. I know Carol uses Sandy's Kitchen too, right, Carol?
Yes, I do.
Great. So how you doing, Katie, up there in all that snow? I didn't get to see you come in.
Yeah, it's cold.
It's cool. We talked to the kids over in Hicksville on the island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what else we got here planned.
What's the website for Sandy's Kitchen?
I'll send that over to you.
Am I?
Okay.
I see Dawn's on.
You okay?
Hi, Don. How are you?
All right, I've been on for a while.
I have this 21 days to form a habit here just for you. Do you feel like talking about that?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 21 days. 21 days is all it takes to break a bad habit or to make a good habit. Either way. So it's something that we can use either way. It only takes 21 days. It was something I was talking to my son this morning is, you know, put your gym bag together and put your tennis shoes by the bed so, you know, you get up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're going to go straight to the gym. Once you do that for 21 days, it's already a habit. You're going to do it no matter what, you know, unless, you know, there's something out of your control. It only takes 21 days to make a good habit or break a bad habit. To say, nope, I'm not going to eat that candy. Nope, I'm not going to have that candy. Nope, I'm not going to have that candy. In 21 days, your body is chemically not going to need that candy anymore. It's a proven fact that after 21 days, mentally, you know, we still see things and our senses say that we want them, but it's like cigarette smoking. After 21 days, it's like the actual habit of it is broken. It's just
The stimulation.
the outside influences, that influence us.
And it was interesting.
The other thing I wanted to say that you go ahead.
Say again?
I was just going to say that what was really nice about the sheet that you showed from the page where you can shop at the grocery store, the majority of what's on that is all on the outside edges of the grocery store.
Yes.
I don't know if people know that, but the healthy foods are usually, you don't even have to go up and down most of the aisles. It's usually all around the outside edges unless you have an organic section down an aisle or something. But for the majority, everything on that sheet is on the outside edges of the grocery store where you don't have to get all of the other kind of stuff that's up and down the aisles.
That's great. And the one thing you said about him getting his workout clothes, him getting his shoes ready for the morning, is the triggers that cause us to do the things we do that are attached to habits. You get those triggers, the tennis shoes and the clothes out there, and that's going to trigger that instinct to get up and go. So those were all really good.
And emotional and muscle memories. It's your body is going to physically remember them. There's lots of things that connect with the muscle memories. Example, when I worked at Ford Motor Company, when I dropped something on the ground, I made myself squat down to get it simply because I wanted that exercise of a squat. People would look at me and go, you don't have to do it like that. And I'm like, well, you're right, I don't have to do it like that, but my body is used to doing it that way because I told it to.
Mm-hmm.
And so once I started doing that, that's how I always did it, because I wanted that extra exercise while I was having to do something that was part of my everyday job.
Well, thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that.
Mhm, thank you.
So, yeah. The support calls are something that we talk about that I can't tell you enough about. And if you ever have a question, I have sent this information to you, but I'm always happy to send it again. You actually have live calls that happen Monday, Wednesday, and Wednesday. Once the nurses call, doctors calls on Wednesday, and the Habits of Health calls on Wednesday. And you can call in and literally pose your questions to these health professionals and they'll answer it there. But they also make them available on the web where you can, let me open this, where you can go and listen to it while you're actually working on the computer. Dorothy listened to the nurses call and is going to share that with us.
Well, we know Super Bowl's coming up, but this really applies to any time you have an occasion where you're going to be tempted or have to put some thought into it. Marcia had the nurses call, and these were points that she brought up. There's 10 of them. And of course, she had questions and answers too, which you can check in with the call and get the questions and answers. But what she was talking about is preparing yourself for a party. Okay, you can call the hostess and volunteer to bring something that you can have, something that would be on your program. Number 2 is alcohol is full of extra calories. Choose club soda or diet pop. Number 3, don't change your exercise program that day. Be sure you get your exercise in. Number 4, make it a social event and focus on friends and conversation. Number 5, if you are the hostess, prepare low-fat or fat-free dips, like from salad dressings, something that you're not tempting the people who come to your party. Number 6, make a decision on. Oh, okay, I didn't finish that sentence. Okay. Okay, make a decision before you go on what you're going to eat. Okay. Number 7 is make a decision on what you are going to say when people ask you why you're not eating, or talk about why you're choosing not to have any of the food. And number 8, have a shake before you go, so you wouldn't be hungry. Number 9, walk during halftime. If you don't like the halftime show, take a walk. I like the halftime show, I'm sorry. And number 10 is don't stand by the food. Get yourself a small plate, put what you want on it, and walk away from the food table. Go talk to people. And Oh, wait a minute, there's two more. All right, bring a bar. If you think you're gonna be hungry, bring yourself a bar. And the last one would be help the hostess. You know, you're not eating, help the hostess and keep yourself busy, and you won't be as tempted to eat. So, and then she had a lot of really good conversation about, always try to move forward in acting responsibly. And that she didn't use that terminology, but that's what I'm going to say. She wanted you to just give it a lot of thought as to how you're going to face that party. And that was it.
Well, thank you, Dorothy. I love that call. And it's there wasn't a whole lot there I don't know, but there's a whole lot there I don't do. So it's nice to be reminded.
Thanks.
Did anybody have any questions for Dorothy?
No.
Okay.
I have
Go ahead.
a comment.
Go ahead.
My comment is when somebody asks me about why I'm not eating, I say I'm changing to healthy habits. I try not ever to use the word I'm on a diet.
Oh,
Good idea.
Diets are something for a short period of time or a specific period of time. I try to say I'm trying to change my health habits. That's just me. That's how when they say, Aunt Dawn, why are you not eating that? And because I'm trying to eat healthy. I don't want to eat that kind of stuff anymore. I'm trying to get healthy.
yeah.
And so I don't say, I'm on a diet, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. That's just, or it's not part of my program or something along those lines. That's what I usually say.
And other people can share if they want to. My statement I say to people is I just try to take better care. I'm not on a diet. I just try to take better care of myself. That's when, of course, I'm not in the 5 and 1. If on the 5 and 1, I wouldn't say that. But when I'm in between, I will, because people do say things to me about dieting and stuff regularly. And my standard statement now is I'm not on a diet. I'm just taking better care of myself. So that's kind of like what Dawn was saying.
Mm-hmm. Good answer.
All right. So we have people in the room who the exercises that we do just are not in their realm. It's not possible. And so we talked this morning and we thought it would be really good. Dorothy actually is the one who suggested that maybe if we showed people how to go to YouTube and to actually pick up a link. You just go to youtube.com and then up here in this part, you put what it is you're looking for. Here
My lower back pain.
Horrible.
So excruciating. It was all
right there, just like that. Those are annoying. But we've been talking about sit and be fit in the room, and Gary has bought a DVD and brought it to me where I can make copies, and I intend to send these to Carol. But you can go here and you can put in senior exercises. I know I was asking David today some question. Marcia, you had a question for David, didn't you?
Yes. I've been thinking about joining the gym, and it's a reasonable price and thing, but I've never liked gym. Never liked gym in high school, and I never thought I would like doing any of that and stuff. And I'm just afraid if I did that, I'm not going to be faithful to going on a regular basis. It really would be a waste of time and money. And I know David is very active with exercises, and so I'm not sure what to do about it.
David is very helpful. I know when I was very active in the gym over there, David worked with me and showed me the safety of using the equipment over there. So, you set your own pace, and I've got a fractured back, and I know my limitations, but it's very good, and I've got to get back over there, don't I, David? It's been
Can
too
everybody
long.
hear me?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like I tell people, it's actually not necessarily depending on where you're at to either go to
Oh, you're breaking up,
the
David.
gym or use the gym because, you know, you can do most of everything within
David,
the
you're
confines of
breaking
your
up.
home. And the limitation is, oh, wait a minute, let me go back on my tablet. I'll
Okay.
talk to y'all in a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to tell you something, Connie, that
Go
I
ahead.
did.
Yeah.
I wanted to know about my nutrition, okay? As a person who's pretty much reached my goal, but I want to trim off a little bit. But I contacted nutrition support and I asked them about how many eggs can I have and how much fat can I have and how much protein should I have and how much carbs. And they wrote me a note back and they asked me how much do I weigh, how old am I, what's my activity level, and they actually sent me a breakdown of exactly how many calories that I should count in each area.
Oh,
And to actually be able to make my diet by how many calories total I should have, how many should be fat, protein, and it really was very interesting because it will help me in my menu planning.
So what did yours come out to be? For what weight?
Oh dear, I can't get. I've got your
Yeah.
screen up, so
Okay.
I don't know. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can get in there.
You're there, David.
Let me get in there.
Katie, you look so comfortable.
she
Yep.
really does.
I'm bundled under blankets.
Oh. What's Jazzy doing?
Oh my God, she wants to be outside in the snow all the time.
She likes it, huh?
Yeah, except she'll only go if I go with her.
That's your fault.
Can
So
you
you
hear
Yes,
me?
it is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
What they recommended for me would be 1,559 calories. Total fat is 25 to 35% of calories. This would be 389 to 545 calories, or 43 to 60 grams. The total protein is 10 to 20% of the calories. This would be 155 to 311 calories, or 38 to 77 grams. The total carbohydrates is 45 to 60% of the calories. This would be 701 to 935 calories, or 175 to 233 grams. And of course that means that, you know, you're going to have something where you can look everything up and you can read the labels. But I thought it was very interesting because I was questioning how much cheese can I eat? How many eggs can I eat? I mean, they actually said that according to the, I think, American Heart Association, you can have 7 eggs a week.
Okay.
And to me, I've always heard you're only supposed to have 4 eggs a week. So I was really questioning that, and they were very helpful. And that's nutritionsupport.com. Yeah.
You guys got that? Nutritionsupport.com.
Yeah.
So David, do you remember Marcia's question?
Yes, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
We can.
Yes.
Yes, and what I was saying was that, you know, depending on your limitation and what you are able to do, you know, before people even go to the gym, they need to, you know, everything have a starting point, you know, just like Take Shape for Life, you know, first start Take Shape for Life, they tell you for the first 2 to 3 weeks, don't exercise because your body have to get used to the changes that you're doing. And that's just like going to the gym to an exercise. Like a lot of people like to go straight to the gym where your body not used to exercising. First thing you need to do is prepare your body by doing little simple things that you can do. Once you work your way up to a certain point and you feel like that you want to go to the gym, which is not really necessary, really, not let you want to use some type of specific piece of equipment, most things you can use within your own home, just like they show on the exercise video during the challenge. So it's very simple. You know, you can do a whole lot of things with some simple technique right within the confines of your own home. So basically, to me, the gym.
And those
basically, to me, the gym not necessary unless you going for some type of specific type of piece of equipment. So I hope that answers your question.
Did it, Marsh?
She's on mute.
He's on mute.
Oh, okay.
Yes, David, thanks. You know, but I do need to start exercising again. I have not been doing it.
Anyone else got a question for David?
I do.
Okay.
David, when you have limitations and you want to exercise, what do you suggest as far as do you do a harder exercise, or do you keep repeating the same exercise? How would you build up if you're not an exercising person or you have limitations?
Well, if you got a limitation, you always just start within your limitations. Start off very easy and work your way up. You know, like this ain't no race to the finish line. It's just getting there. You know, so start off very light, and then you feel like that you can do a little bit more within a week, or maybe 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, or maybe even a month. You know, there ain't no time frame. The main thing is keep doing it, stay in motion, keep exercising, you know, keep doing something, keep moving. The more you move, the more you are building muscles. When you stop moving, your muscles not working and you're not building muscles, and that's where the problem comes in. That's where all the breakdown come in at. You know, when people stop doing something. Just as long as you continue to do it, it build up. But just do it slowly, you know, there ain't no rush.
Go ahead. Hannah Laura, did you have a question?
No, there are a lot of YouTube videos with very nice exercises. You have sometimes dance music, and it's for certain parts of your body. You can choose, and there's so much of it. And it's really
Right, from
fun.
all of the, right, when I look at all of those videos, what a lot of people don't realize is that you can use different variations of the video. You don't necessarily have to do exactly as the videos say, just as long as you're doing a variation that is working that muscle group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go
ahead.
I sent a suggestion to the challenge. It is that on the exercise videos, they don't tell us by day what video it is. So if you wanted to use our program in the challenge, you would have to have written down what was each day. So I sent them a message and told them for the next challenge, could they please tell us what exercise, what part of the body that exercise focuses on, so that if we wanted to sit in front of the challenge wall and go from one exercise to the other next time, we could pick and choose the program that we wanted for that day.
Good idea.
And they said that they're going to turn that in, and maybe by our next challenge, we will be able to do that.
Thank you.
They all.
We have a new face in the
They
room.
also do.
You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Susan Jeanette in the room.
Uh-huh.
Susan. Hi, Susan.
Hello.
Hey, Susan.
Awesome, Susan.
Thanks.
Susan does a lot of travel. She actually comes here to Orlando from time to time. Yeah. Now, aren't you friends with Don and Kim? No?
Kim for sure. Don, I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I think you might know Kim.
Say again, Don. I think she's frozen up.
Yeah, I think she's frozen too.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that we're parting here. Yeah.
Sorry I was late.
That's okay. Why don't each of you run through real quick and just say your name and where you're from? Daryl?
Daryl from Delaware.
Oh, you're in Orlando. You can't
No,
say
no,
that.
I'm assuming now. For now.
And Dorothy?
You don't want to be from Delaware.
And Dorothy?
From Michigan.
Marsh?
Oh, from Kissimmee, Florida.
Hannah Laura?
Me too, from Kissimmee, Florida.
Carol?
From Michigan.
Yay, Michigan.
Cheryl
I'm from Orlando.
and Tammy,
Oviedo.
Florida. Marcia,
Kissimmee, Florida.
Gary,
Merritt Island, Florida, right by the Space Coast.
yeah, Rhonda,
From Florida, from Kissimmee, Florida.
Dawn,
I don't know if she can hear.
Romulus, Michigan.
there you go. Katie,
Long Island, New York.
Snowden, Long Island, New
Snowed
York.
No school tomorrow.
And David
From Kissimmee, Florida.
and Susan.
I'm on the phone.
You're Michigan, right, Susan?
Yeah, I'm in Michigan. I'm in Canton for those folks,
Yeah.
all other folks in Michigan.
All right. Okay, guys, I really appreciate everybody coming. I hope it was a learning experience for you. And we'll meet again the same time next week.
And it is recorded and it will be on recording tomorrow, right, Connie?
Yeah, we'll have it posted in the
It will
team
be
group.
posted tomorrow. Nice to meet you, Susan.
Nice to
Same
meet
here.
everybody.
See you, Susan.
Hey,
Bye.
Good night.
Everybody.
everybody.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye, everybody. Get your points. Susan, you want to hang out a little bit and talk?
Yeah, I can do that. Hold
All
on.
right.
I think I will too.
Oh, good. I'm going to stop recording.